So, been talking about how to find equations of lines. So, remember, what's the formula we use to help us find it? Therefore, to start every one of these questions, we need M, slope, and B, the y-intercept. And it's either going to give it to you in the question directly, or you have to figure it out. Usually for B, you're going to have to figure it out by doing algebra. Okay? Because if you're given the slope and y-intercept, it's a pretty easy question. You just take those two numbers, plug it in, you're done. Okay? Now this one. Well, first of all, we know a point that it goes through. 1, -1, but we don't know 2 points it goes through. So we can't use the slope formula to find the slope. We're not given the slope of the line. However, we are told that it's parallel to this line. Well, what's the slope? Is this in y equals mx plus b form? What's the slope of this line? 2/3. What's the slope of a parallel line? Same thing, right? 2/3. So the slope is 2/3 because it's parallel to this one. Okay? Let's stop bugging here. Okay. Now the y-intercept. Students will often make a mistake to say that, oh, well, the y-intercept of this line is -5, so mine's -5. No. This is a different line. It has the same slope as the line we're trying to find, but it doesn't have the same y-intercept, so we can't use that. So we've got to use y equals mx plus b, and we've got to plug in values for y, m, and x, and then solve for b. So what value of y am I given? Remember, y represents the y coordinate of a point on the line. -1. It's up here. What's the slope? I already figured out. 2/3 times an x coordinate I'm given. Y. And then we solve. And it's going to be a fraction equation, but we've been going through these ones. So we get -1 equals 2/3 after I multiply 2/3 by 1 plus b. Clear the fraction out by multiplying everything by 3. Don't forget that b gets multiplied by 3. And I get -3, all the 3 and 3 cancel out there, equals 2 plus 3b. Move the 2 over by subtraction, and I get -5 is equal to 3b. Divide both sides by 3, remember the unknowns on the right-hand side. -5/3 equals b. And I take the two pieces I've got now and write the equation of the line. Y equals, remember when we write the general equation, we don't plug in values for y and x, we only use that to find b. Slope x plus b. Well, it's already in minus form, so it's going to be -5. And that's it. B is a similar question, except it's not parallel to this line. It's perpendicular to this line. Again, remember, we need M and B. I'm not given the slope of this line. I'm not given 2 points so I can use the slope formula. But I am given a perpendicular slope. What's the slope of this line? Hang on, the slope of this line. 2/3. The slope of our line, which is perpendicular, -3/2. You flip and change the sign. So our slope here this time is -3/2. I want you to try and finish it. See if you can finish it. Remember, you have to use y equals mx plus b. And use a value for y, use a value for x, use a value for m, and then solve for b. And then combine to make your final equation. Give you a couple minutes to have a take a shot. So hopefully you started with this. Yes? Anybody have an issue with this? Because it's wrong. Take them. This is supposed to be -1. This is supposed to be +1. -1 is equal to -3/2 plus b. Multiply everything by 2. Those cancel there. I get -2 is equal to -3 plus b. Right? Plus 2b. Thank you. Don't forget that. Take the 3 over by adding 3, and I get 1 is equal to 2b. Divide both sides by 2, and I get b equals 1/2. Put those together to make the equation that we're looking for, y equals -3/2x. Plus that. Okay. So hopefully you can see how all these work. Okay, and you can see we went sort of through all the different situations you could see. But in the end, you're like there's going to be enough information in the question that you're going to be able to find M and find B and find the equation. There'll always be enough information. Okay.